Okay, ready to dive in. We've got a ton to uncover today about AI in healthcare. You guys sent us a bunch of articles and even a YouTube video all about this topic.
Yeah, it's pretty wild how AI is already changing things behind the scenes in healthcare, often without us even realizing it.
Seriously. So before we get to the super mind-blowing stuff, let's back up a sec. What does AI in healthcare even mean? Like, what are we talking about here?
Basically, it's using the power of computers, like super smart algorithms and stuff to analyze information, make decisions, all within the healthcare world. Like having a brainy computer assistant, helping out doctors, nurses, researchers.
Okay, so it's more than just like robots doing surgery,
Hmm.
which, by the way, is kind of what I pictured at first.
Uh-huh. It's definitely not just robots, though that is part of it. AI can do all sorts of things, helping diagnose diseases, developing drugs, even managing patient records, anything to make healthcare more efficient.
Gotcha. Now, one thing that really stood out in these articles is how AI is being used to improve diagnoses. It's almost like having a second opinion, but from like a supercomputer.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. AI can sift through mountains of data, medical history, test results, genetics way faster than a human can, and spot patterns to help doctors make more accurate diagnoses.
That's incredible. And speaking of speeding things up, the built-in article mentioned that it costs a fortune to develop a new drug, something like $1.3 billion, and only 10% actually make it to market.
It's crazy, right? But AI can actually help with that. By analyzing data and stuff, it can predict which drugs are more likely to work and identify potential side effects way earlier in the process. Saves a ton of time and money.
That means getting new treatments to people faster. That's huge. It's kind of mind-blowing to think that we could be on the verge of curing diseases that we thought were like impossible to cure before.
And the pace of innovation is insane. There are so many companies out there, big names like Pfizer, IBM, and then all these startups that are doing amazing things with AI in healthcare.
Okay, so AI is helping doctors diagnose diseases better, and it's speeding up the process of developing new drugs. What else can it do?
Oh man, so much. Imagine AI helping you understand your insurance, schedule appointments, even giving you personalized health tips, right? It can also help doctors manage all that data they have to deal with electronic health records and clinical trial data, all that.
It's like having a personal assistant for all your health stuff.
And speaking of assistants, what about robotic surgery? That's got to be AI powered, right?
You got it. Think minimally invasive procedures, smaller incisions, less pain, faster recovery times. That's AI-powered robots in action.
Wow. So it's not just robots in the operating room, it's robots with, like, brains. This is seriously mind blowing. It seems like AI is like revolutionizing every aspect of healthcare.
It really is. And we're just getting started. The potential is huge. As AI gets even smarter, we can expect even crazier advancements.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing in these sources, it seems like companies are all in on using AI to change how healthcare works, like full speed ahead. Totally. There are companies using AI to make ultrasound probes that connect to your phone, others helping doctors interpret those ultrasounds in real time, even some that analyze cancer data to connect cancer centers across the country.
So AI is basically connecting different parts of healthcare, making everything more efficient and collaborative. It's like weaving a web of information almost.
Exactly. And it's not just big companies either. There are tons of innovative startups popping up too.
Like who? Give us some examples.
Well, there's Flatiron Health. They use AI to analyze cancer data and connect cancer centers nationwide. It's all about improving treatment and research. And then there's VirtuSense, using AI sensors to predict when a patient might fall. Huge for preventing injuries in hospitals.
So AI is kind of like this watchful guardian, always looking out for patients, from preventing falls to managing chronic diseases. It's pretty amazing what AI can do.
Right. And the built-in article mentioned Elise AI and Evidation as examples of these cutting-edge startups. They're doing some really innovative work.
So cool. AI is even being used to personalize mental health care, match people with therapists, and help employees understand their health benefits. It's not just about treating diseases anymore. It's about making the entire healthcare experience better for everyone.
Absolutely. More efficient, more personalized, more accessible. That's the goal.
This all sounds amazing, but the CHT Meridian article mentioned some potential challenges with AI in healthcare, right? Like, what are some of the things we need to be careful about?
Well, yeah, implementing such a big change always comes with challenges. Healthcare involves so much sensitive patient data, so figuring out how to use that data to train AI while protecting privacy is a huge hurdle. It's a delicate balance.
The article also talked about how training these AI systems can be tricky, right? Like, Needing tons of data and making sure healthcare professionals are comfortable working with AI, and that patients actually trust this technology.
Right, right. Getting everyone on board is crucial. Change can be scary, especially when it comes to something as personal as health, but the potential benefits are so big that it's worth exploring these technologies carefully and thoughtfully.
I totally agree. Okay, so we talked about the potential of AI in healthcare, but let's get real for a sec. What are some companies actually putting this technology into action? Like, what's happening in the real world?
Oh, tons of examples. Pfizer, for instance, used AI to help develop their COVID-19 treatment, Paxlovid. It helped them zero in on promising compounds and speed up the research.
Wow, AI helping to tackle a global health crisis. That's incredible. What other companies are doing groundbreaking stuff with AI?
Well, there's Komodo Health. They're gathering tons of patient data and using AI to find insights that can help doctors understand their patients better and give more tailored treatments.
So it's like having this complete picture of patient's health history right there. That's amazing.
Right. And then there's Oncora Medical. They're using AI to streamline cancer care. Things like taking notes, finding important details from past records, even identifying who might be good for clinical trials.
So AI is kind of taking on the busy work so doctors can focus on their patients. Makes sense. It's like, let the AI handle the repetitive stuff so doctors can be more human, right?
Exactly, that's the goal. Make things more efficient, more effective, and ultimately lead to better care for everyone.
Speaking of better care, ACare stood out to me. They're using AI to make sure people take their meds correctly, which is huge for managing chronic conditions.
Oh, yeah. They use a mobile app and computer vision to see if patients are taking their meds as prescribed. It's like having a virtual healthcare buddy, making sure you stay on track.
That's a game changer, especially for people who need that extra support. It's like AI is bringing this whole new level of personalization to healthcare.
Totally. It's all about empowering patients and giving them more control over their health. It's remarkable what AI is making possible in medicine, seriously.
Okay, this is all super fascinating, but before we go too far, I want to circle back to those potential bumps in the road we talked about. Like the CHG Meridian article mentioned those privacy concerns when training these AI systems. We need data, but we got to protect confidentiality, right?
Right. It's definitely tricky. We need solid rules and guidelines in place to make sure patient data is used responsibly and transparently. No cutting corners.
So yeah, it sounds like there's a lot to think about when it comes to using AI in healthcare ethically. It's not just about the technology itself, it's about how we use it.
Exactly. Open and honest conversations about the good and the bad are super important as AI becomes a bigger part of healthcare. We got to keep talking about this stuff.
Couldn't agree more. Well, we've covered a ton already, but we're just getting started. I'm super curious to hear about some other companies doing cool things with AI in healthcare. There are so many out there, right?
Oh, yeah, a whole bunch. One that comes to mind is Healthy. They created an app that uses AI to help people understand their employee benefits and treatment options. It's like having a personal benefits advisor in your pocket.
That's awesome, especially since navigating health insurance can be such a headache.
Tell me about it. And then there's Spring Health, using AI to personalize mental health care by matching people with the right specialists and resources. Super cool stuff.
It's amazing how many different ways AI is being used to improve healthcare. From simplifying insurance to making mental health care more accessible, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and it's only going to get more exciting as AI technology keeps getting better and new applications emerge. We're just at the beginning.
Before we get too carried away with the future, I want to go back to something that really stuck with me. You mentioned AI potentially saving lives by preventing harm in hospitals. That was powerful.
It really is. Imagine AI constantly monitoring patients and catching those subtle warning signs before something serious happens. It could be a game changer, especially in those busy hospital environments.
It's like having a super vigilant guardian angel looking after patients 24/7. That's awesome. And I'm also fascinated by AI-assisted robotic surgery. It seems so futuristic, but it's already happening.
It's mind-blowing, right? We're talking about robots with incredible precision, guided by surgeons, but with the added intelligence of AI, helping with analysis, predicting challenges, and even guiding movements in real time.
So it's like the surgeon and the AI are working together as a team.
Uh,
That's amazing. It really highlights how far we've come with medical technology.
and AI is only going to push things further. As the technology keeps improving, we can expect even more amazing innovations in the years to come. It's an exciting time to be in healthcare.
It totally is. But as we've been discussing, we got to approach AI with caution, too. It's not all sunshine and roses, right? We need to consider both the amazing potential and the challenges that come with such a powerful technology.
You got it. We need to be mindful of the risks and work to make sure AI in healthcare benefits everyone fairly and ethically. It's a conversation we need to keep having.
Well said. This has been such an eye-opening conversation so far. I feel like we've just scratched the surface of this topic. There's still so much to explore. But for now, we'll have to take a break. Stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive into AI in healthcare, where we'll uncover even more fascinating applications and dive deeper into those ethical considerations.
Can't wait. This is just the beginning of our AI adventure. An area we haven't really touched on yet is how AI is kind of shaking things up in mental health. It's pretty fascinating.
Oh yeah, for sure. The CHG Meridian article mentioned something called social prescribing. What is that exactly? Like, what does that even mean?
Okay, so imagine this. Your doctor, right, instead of just focusing on your physical symptoms, they also think about your social life, your stress levels, all those other challenges you might be facing. They recognize that all those things can actually impact your health. That's the whole idea behind social prescribing.
So it's like they're not just looking at one piece of the puzzle, but the whole picture.
Exactly. And here's the cool part. AI can help identify those people who could really benefit from this approach. Like, it can be a tool to connect people with the right support.
Wait, hold on. How does AI even play a role in that?
Think of it like an AI detective. It can analyze your medical records, data about where you live, where you work, even your online activity, and look for patterns. It's not about being creepy or anything. It's about spotting signs that you might be struggling with loneliness, financial stress, or other things that could impact your mental health.
So it's like AI is acting as a safety net, catching people before they fall through the cracks.
Exactly. It's all about getting people the right support at the right time. It's about being proactive and preventative.
But the article also mentions some potential downsides, right? Like we can't just rely on AI for everything.
Oh, for sure. We can't forget about human judgment and empathy. Social prescribing is a very personal thing, and AI can't fully grasp someone's unique situation. It's a tool, not a replacement for human connection.
Right. It's about finding that balance. Using AI to enhance those human connections, not replace them, which seems to be a recurring theme with AI in healthcare, finding that sweet spot between technology and the human touch.
Absolutely. It's all about collaboration, using technology to empower and support, not to replace or disconnect.
Okay, so this deep dive has uncovered a ton of important stuff about AI in healthcare. What do you think are the most important takeaways for our listener, like the things they should really remember?
Well, first off, remember, AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a magic solution. It's not going to solve all of healthcare's problems overnight.
So we need to be realistic about what it can and can't do.
Exactly. Don't believe all the hype. Be critical, ask questions about how these technologies are being developed, how they're being used, and how we're checking to make sure they're accurate.
Right, and think about the potential risks, not just the benefits. It's got to be a balanced approach.
Exactly. Things like patient privacy, making sure AI is fair to everyone, and ensuring it doesn't mess up the relationship between patients and their doctors. Those are all things we need to be mindful of.
So staying informed is key, like really understanding what's going on and being engaged in the conversation.
Absolutely. The more we learn about AI, the better we can make sure it's used responsibly and ethically to benefit everyone. Knowledge is power.
Speaking of benefits, let's go back to something you mentioned earlier, AI potentially saving lives in hospitals by preventing those avoidable harms. That was a powerful thought.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing to think about. AI constantly monitoring patients, catching subtle changes that could signal a problem before it becomes serious. It's like having a constant safety net in place.
Right. It's like having a superpowered guardian angel looking out for every patient. And another thing that blew my mind was AI-assisted robotic surgery. Sounds straight out of science fiction.
I know, right? But it's actually happening. Robots with incredible dexterity, controlled by surgeons, but with AI providing that extra layer of intelligence. It's like the surgeon have a co-pilot in the operating room helping them make the best decisions.
So it's this amazing fusion of human skill and cutting-edge technology working together in perfect harmony. It's mind-blowing how far we've come in medical technology.
It really is. And with AI leading the way, I think we can expect even more breakthroughs in the years to come. We're really just at the beginning of this journey.
What are some of the areas where you see AI having the biggest impact down the road? Like, where do you see things going?
Well, personalized medicine is definitely one to watch. Imagine treatments that are tailored to your specific genes, your lifestyle, your medical history. That's the power of AI-powered personalized medicine. No more one-size-fits-all approach, but truly individualized care.
It's like getting a custom-made treatment plan just for you, based on everything that makes you unique.
Exactly. It could be revolutionary. And AI is also going to continue to transform drug discovery. We already talked about how AI can speed up the process and make it cheaper, but it can do so much more than that.
Right. It's not just about making it faster and cheaper. What other ways can AI impact drug discovery?
Oh, so many. Think about this. AI can analyze massive amounts of data to identify new drug targets, predict how effective a drug might be, even find new uses for existing drugs. It's like having a superpowered research assistant working around the clock to find those breakthroughs.
It's like we're unlocking the hidden potential of medicine. Finding new ways to use what we already have and creating entirely new treatments is pretty incredible.
It is, and the potential benefits are huge. We could see new cures for diseases we thought were incurable, faster development of drugs for new health threats, and even more personalized approaches to medication. It's exciting stuff.
This all sounds incredibly promising. But what about the impact of AI on public health? Could it play a role there too, like beyond individual patients?
Oh, absolutely. AI could be a game changer for public health. Imagine using AI to track the spread of infectious diseases, like predicting outbreaks before they even happen, or identifying vulnerable populations who might need extra support. It could help us respond to health crises more effectively and save more lives.
That sounds like it could have a massive impact on global health. We're talking about protecting entire populations.
Exactly. And AI can help us tailor those public health messages, make them more effective by targeting them to specific communities or individuals based on their risk factors. It's all about making prevention more personalized and proactive.
So it's about moving from a one-size-fits-all approach to something that's more specific and tailored to individuals and communities. That's amazing.
It's about meeting people where they are and giving them the information and support they need to stay healthy. And let's not forget about how AI is already changing how we access and receive healthcare. That trend is only going to accelerate in the future.
Right. We've already seen the rise of telehealth and remote patient monitoring, and those AI-powered virtual assistants are becoming more and more sophisticated. It's like having a healthcare companion available 24/7.
Exactly. AI can answer our questions, give us guidance on managing our health, and even monitor our vital signs remotely. It's like having a virtual doctor in your pocket. And this is particularly helpful for people in rural areas or those who have trouble accessing traditional healthcare.
It sounds like AI has the potential to make healthcare more accessible and convenient for everyone, no matter who they are or where they live.
That's the hope. Of course, there are still challenges, like making sure everyone has access to the technology needed to benefit from AI-powered healthcare, and making sure we protect people's privacy as we collect all this health data. We can't just assume everyone has the same access and resources.
Those are really important points. We need to make sure AI is used to benefit everyone fairly and that we don't leave anyone behind as we move into this new era of healthcare. It's got to be for everyone.
Couldn't agree more. It's about being mindful of the potential downsides while still embracing the possibilities.
This all sounds so exciting, but I know there's still more ground to cover. I'm especially curious to hear about some of the specific companies that are pushing the limits of AI in healthcare. There are so many fascinating stories out there.
Oh, yeah, there are tons. And I'm ready to dive in when you are. Let's explore.
Okay, let's jump back into this AI adventure. We were just talking about all these amazing companies pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI in healthcare. Like, seriously, where do we even begin? There's so much to talk about.
I know, right? It's hard to choose, but one that really stood out to me is Freenome. They're using AI to develop cancer screening tests that could detect the disease super early, like in the earliest stages.
Whoa, seriously. Early detection is like the key with cancer. How does that even work? What's their secret sauce?
They've created this blood test that uses AI to analyze tiny bits of DNA, looking for clues that could indicate cancer. It's like having a microscopic detective searching for any sign of trouble.
That's incredible. Talk about a game changer for cancer screening. It could make such a huge difference in how we approach cancer detection and treatment.
It really could. And it's a perfect example of how AI can be used to create better, less invasive diagnostic tools. That's the future, right?
Totally. We were also talking about AI making healthcare more efficient, like in hospitals. Are there companies doing that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Comentus is doing some cool stuff. They've got this AI platform that helps hospitals run more smoothly, kind of like an air traffic controller for patients and staff, making sure everything flows smoothly.
So AI is like the ultimate organizer, making sure patients get the care they need quickly and efficiently.
Exactly. Think about it. It's optimizing everything from bed management to operating room scheduling. Saves time, money, and makes the whole experience less stressful for everyone.
It's like AI is taking on the role of a healthcare efficiency expert. Pretty impressive. What about all those administrative tasks that bog down healthcare workers?
Mhm.
All that paperwork and stuff.
Well, that's where Akesa comes in. They're using AI to automate all that behind the scenes stuff. Billing, coding, all that paperwork that nobody really wants to deal with.
That frees up doctors and nurses to actually, take care of patients. That's awesome.
Exactly. Let the AI handle the boring stuff so the humans can focus on the human stuff.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
We talked earlier about AI personalizing mental health care, which is super interesting. Any specific examples of companies tackling that?
Oh, yeah, tons. Wobot is a great one. They've developed this AI-powered chatbot that provides mental health support and guidance, kind of like a virtual therapist you can talk to anytime.
So for someone who maybe isn't ready for traditional therapy or can't access it easily, this could be a good option, like a first step.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not meant to replace a human therapist, of course, but it can offer support, coping skills, even connect you with resources. It's a great starting point for a lot of people.
It's all about making mental health care less scary and more accessible, right?
Exactly. And some companies are even using AI to create personalized mental health treatment plans. Imagine that. They analyze all your data and suggest the treatments most likely to work for you. It's like a customized roadmap to better mental health.
Whoa, that's pretty mind-blowing. It's like having a personal mental health coach powered by AI.
Okay, let's dive into some specific examples of AI in action. Like, how's it actually being used in diagnosis and treatment? I'm curious to see how it all works in the real world.
Okay, great idea. Let's start with diagnosis. One area that's really taking off is medical imaging. All those x-rays, CT scans, MRIs that doctors have to look at.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine that's a ton of information to process. Could AI help with that?
Absolutely. AI can analyze those images and spot those subtle patterns that might be missed by the human eye. It's like having a second set of expert eyes at double-checking everything.
That's amazing. Are there companies already doing this? Like, is this actually happening now? Oh, yeah, definitely. One company, Enletic, developed this deep learning platform that helps radiologists make faster and more accurate diagnoses from medical images. It's making a big difference already.
So it's not only potentially improving the accuracy, but it's speeding things up too. That's crucial, especially in those time-sensitive situations where every second counts.
Exactly. And it's not just radiology. AI is being used in other areas of diagnosis as well, analyzing tissue samples, interpreting heart rhythms, all sorts of things. It's really changing the game.
It sounds like AI is transforming the entire diagnostic process. What about treatment? How is AI impacting the way we treat diseases?
Well, personalized cancer care is one area where AI is showing huge promise. It's all about tailoring those treatment plans to the individual patient, their specific tumor, their genetic makeup. It's super
Yeah,
personalized.
I've heard a lot about that. It's like moving away from the one-size-fits-all approach and creating a treatment plan just for you.
Exactly. And AI is crucial for making that happen. It can analyze tons of data, from genetic information to clinical trial results, and identify the most effective treatment for each individual patient.
So it's like AI is working alongside the doctor,
Mhm.
helping them make the best possible decisions for each patient. It's a powerful collaboration.
Exactly. And it could lead to better outcomes, fewer side effects, and a higher quality of life for patients. That's the ultimate goal.
Are there any specific companies that are really excelling in personalized cancer care?
Oh, yeah, tons. One that comes to mind is Tempus. They've built this massive database of clinical and molecular data, and they're using AI to create those personalized treatment plans for cancer patients. It's pretty incredible what they're doing.
It's like having a supercomputer working with your oncologist, helping to guide the treatment and make the best choices.
It's mind-blowing. And Tempus is just one of many companies using AI to revolutionize cancer care. It's a really exciting time for cancer research and treatment.
It is. It's inspiring to see how technology is being used to fight such a devastating disease.
Yeah. It really is. It shows the potential of AI in healthcare. And it's not just about cancer either. AI is changing how we approach treatment for so many different diseases. It's really a game changer.
Let's switch gears a bit and talk about drug discovery. We talked earlier about AI speeding up the process and making it cheaper, but how does that actually work? Like, what's going on behind the scenes?
So imagine drug discovery as this massive search for a needle in a haystack. There are millions of chemical compounds out there, and finding the ones that could actually work as drugs is really hard and takes forever.
Yeah, it sounds like finding a winning lottery ticket. How does AI make that process easier?
AI can sift through all that data way faster than humans ever could. and it can pinpoint the compounds that are most likely to be effective. It's like having a superpowered research assistant that never gets tired.
So AI is speeding things up, but can it also make drug discovery more accurate? Like, can it help us avoid those dead ends and focus on the most promising leads?
Absolutely. AI can predict which compounds are most likely to work and even spot those potential side effects early on, saving tons of time and money down the road. It's about being smarter and more efficient in our approach to drug discovery.
So it's not just about speed, it's about precision too. Finding the right drugs and avoiding those costly mistakes.
Mhm.
Are there any companies that are really leading the charge in AI-powered drug discovery?
Oh, tons. Atomwise is a great example. They created this AI system called AtomNet that can screen millions of compounds every day, looking for those with the potential to become new drugs. It's incredible.
It's like having a team of superpowered chemists working around the clock.
Exactly. And Atomwise is just one of many companies, including some big pharma companies, that are using AI to revolutionize drug discovery. It's an exciting time to be in this field.
It is. It gives me hope that we'll see new treatments for those diseases that are currently incurable. That's a
Yeah.
powerful thought.
It really is. AI is giving us a new weapon in the fight against disease, and the possibilities are endless. I'm really optimistic about the future of medicine with AI leading the way.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the potential of AI to the companies that are making it a reality. It's clear that AI is already changing healthcare in big ways, and it's only going to become more influential in the years to come. It's like we're on the cusp of a healthcare revolution.
We really are, and it's an exciting time to be a part of it. As AI technology keeps getting better, who knows what incredible innovations we'll see. The possibilities are limitless.
As we look to the future, what are some of the areas where you see AI having the most transformative impact? Like, what are you most excited about?
Oh, that's a tough one. There's so much to be excited about. But I think personalized medicine is going to be huge. Using AI to create truly individualized treatment plans based on everything that makes you unique, from your genes to your lifestyle. It's like tailor-made medicine just for you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like having your own personal healthcare team that knows everything about you and can create a plan that's perfectly suited to your needs.
Exactly. And I think we'll see AI continuing to revolutionize drug discovery, helping us find new cures and treatments for those diseases that are currently incurable. It's about giving people hope where there was none before.
That's incredible. And what about public health? How do you see AI playing a role there? It seems like there's a lot of potential to improve the health of entire populations.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Imagine using AI to track the spread of infectious diseases in real time, predict outbreaks, and identify those communities that are most at risk. It's like having a global health watchdog that's always on alert, protecting us from those invisible threats.
That's amazing. It's like we're using technology to create a safety net for the entire world.
Exactly. And AI can help us make those public health campaigns more effective too, tailoring the messages to specific groups of people based on their risk factors. It's about prevention and being proactive, reaching people before they get sick.
It's like using AI to empower people to take control of their health and make informed decisions. And let's not forget about how AI is transforming healthcare delivery. We're already seeing more telehealth and remote patient monitoring, and those trends are only going to accelerate.
Totally. Those AI-powered virtual assistants are getting smarter all the time, and they can provide support and guidance 24/7. It's like having a doctor in your pocket, ready to answer any question you have about your health.
It's incredible how technology is breaking down barriers and making healthcare more accessible for everyone, regardless of where they live or their circumstances. Like AI is democratizing healthcare.
That's a great way to put it. Of course, there are still challenges we need to address. We need to make sure everyone has access to this technology, and we need to protect people's privacy as we gather more and more health data. It's about being responsible and thoughtful as we move forward.
You're right. It's about finding that balance between embracing the incredible potential of AI and being mindful of the risks. It's a powerful tool, and we need to use it wisely.
Absolutely. The future of AI in healthcare is in our hands, and it's up to all of us to shape it responsibly.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive. I feel like we've just scratched the surface of this amazing world of AI in healthcare, but it's clear that it's already having a profound impact on our lives and has the potential to transform healthcare as we know it.
It has been a fascinating journey. It's incredible to think about all the possibilities that lie ahead, and I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Me too. And to our listener, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI in healthcare. We hope you found it as mind-blowing and inspiring as we did. Remember, stay curious, Keep asking questions, and let's all work together to make sure AI in healthcare benefits everyone. This is just the beginning, and the future is full of possibilities.